Here we go, guys. First fish of the day on the bread. As you can see, it's a lovely chubbin. Beautiful. Let's get him in the net. Well, here we go then, everyone. So first fish of the day on the old bread feeder. And it's a rather battered looking old Bristol Avon chub. Get lots of funny bites on the feeder, hard bangs, little pulls, and you've just got to wait for that little bit of a firmer pull. And you strike, and there's usually one of these chaps on the end or a big roach, which is what we're really hoping for. Yeah, lovely fish. Great start to the day. We've got probably a few hours to explore the river, try lots of various swims. I'll have one more cast in this swim, see if we can get another bite. If we can't, we just move on. Simple as that. We're traveling nice and light, so yeah, let's get this one back and see if we can catch another fish. Right then, chaps, so let's have a little look at the swim where I've caught the first fish of the day. It's actually the second swim I've tried today, and it's a classic chub swim. Got really fast water coming down here from a weir, which is probably 100 yards or so up to my left. Dropping off the shallows here into a little deep hole along here. So there's a deep run along here, and that's perfect habitat for chub to sit. A bit snaggy on this inside line here, on this crease line, so we're casting over that and into the channel at the back. And yeah, that's where I've had a bite first cast, missed it, second cast, no problem, and we put the fish. So yeah, brilliant. We'll give it probably 10-15 minutes. The trouble is, I find with chub on clear rivers that once you've caught one, generally you've got to wait a little while before you're going to catch another one. But we will give it just to see if they're really hungry. If not, we'll move on. That's the nice thing about it. You can just explore the river. Happy days. Right then, folks, so here's the second swim of the day, and as you can tell, I'm fishing 2 rods in this one, and that's simply because there's much more room. As you can see, it's a big sweeping bend, much more room. There's me panning the camera this way, but the river's actually going this way. So yeah, big sweeping bend, flow just cuts around like this. Got a nice crease in here, and this is a swim where I would expect to find roach, and I've actually been proven right because I've caught a roach already. It's in the keep net. Don't like putting roach back if I'm fishing for them, so you know, I catch one, put them in a keep net. There's loads of little indications now, and this is one of the things I was going to say. If you are fishing, the difference between the bread feeder for roach and for chub is that the chub bites will be bang bang bang, where the roach will be, they're a lot more subtle, and it's like this and this and this, and they're picking at the bread all the time, trying to get it in. If you do get that real big one, it often just goes like that. But yeah, you've just got to persevere with the roach and give the swims a bit longer. It's more about finding those groups, those shoals. Yeah. Fingers crossed. It goes over in here. We've got another couple of swims to try before the end of the day, but the roach in here seem pretty ravenous, so we will see. Right then, guys, so let's have a little look at exactly what I mean by when I say I'm fishing the bread feeder. In this carrier bag I've got all my, it's not actually liquidized, it's just bread that I've smashed up in my hand to make a fine crumb. Haven't got a liquidizer, so that's my best alternative. And plus, I don't think actually, if you're fishing for bigger fish like big chub and big roach, I don't think it makes too much difference of how finely liquidized it is. You want bits going downstream on the current and pulling fish from all over, and also it will fill up the smaller fish, giving you more chance when you actually hook a fish for it to be a big one. So we've got my cage feeder, small one there, 20 gram feeder. I've also got a 30 gram on the other rod for slightly faster flows. Short hook link, 6 pound suplex, down to a size 12 or 14 Drennan specialist hook, depending on what you're fishing for. 14 for the roach, 12 for the chub. The 12 will also pick the roach up as well, obviously. Just fill it up, bit of bread flake on the hook, whack it out, and that is as simple as that. The only thing I would say is make sure you use nice quiver tip rods with nice light sensitive tips. I've got a couple of John Wilson Avon quivers, the Rovex quivers. Lovely, they do the job fine. That's the lightest tip on them. So yeah, I'm just sticking both of those out. You get some lovely bites, just sort of bang, bang, bang. I think there's a lot of smaller fish in this swim. I've had 5 roach already in here, so I may well move on, but the conditions aren't great for roach, so there could well be some bigger ones there, being a bit more cautious. Oh guys, just a little update, and yeah, probably been in this swim getting close to an hour now. I'm getting so many little taps and shakes and bangs, and I've had a couple of big pull rounds which I've missed, unfortunately. Probably, I'm not sure how many roach I've had, 6 or 7, so you're getting loads of little roach like that banging at the tips. So I'm half tempted to move. I did say, obviously in the last clip, that I was tempted to move. Obviously there could be big roach here, I'm not saying that there isn't. And a matchman would obviously look in my net and say, oh boy, I would have had way more than that in an hour. But there is the way for the big roach, these big bits of bread or hemp or something a little bit different from the maggots is a good way to catch these big roach. So, you know, the amount of small fish that's taking it is kind of putting me off a little bit. So whether I move swims, it could be a mistake, you never know. But I don't know this stretch too well. So moving might be the way. There we go guys, not big but beautiful, eh? Lovely Bristol Avon roach. Just slipping these back now because I'm going to be moving swims. Right then guys, another swim. As you can see, huge sweeping S-bend we've got. If you look left here, you can probably see through the reeds. River's coming down here, sweeps in here, and back out here, and right the way around. So yeah, lovely sort of big holding area for fish. As the water pushes through on my left, it would have made a little deep run there, coming back here, undercutting my bank, and pushing out here and making another deep run out here. So yeah, it's got a lot of potential. Joni just cast out, not had a knock or anything yet, but we'll see. Like I say, I don't really know this stretch that well, so that's what I'd recommend you do. If you don't know where big roach and chub and stuff are caught, just fish around and see what you can come across. Chub, they're pretty predictable. Those faster swims further up, you can pretty much guarantee there'll be chub in most of those. The roach, especially at this time of year, be a bit more tightly shoaled up, especially these big ones, which are, there's a lot of big roach on the Bristol Avon, but not every stretch is littered with them. So yeah, we'll see. Nothing happened yet. I mean, I don't mind not catching small roach as long as it goes around with a bigger one, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's see how this swim goes. Well, here we go then guys. So there really is no filter needed, is there? Look at that lovely sky behind. Sun's gone down, and yeah, I've had a nice chub in this swim, probably 3 or 4 about the pound mark chub, and then one a bit bigger than 3.5 getting on for 4 pound. They're the sort of the big chub in the Avon are sort of 3s to 4 pounders. There are 5s and 6s dotted around, but not many, not like other rivers. So yeah, it's been a good little session. How many chubs that now? Two big chub, 4 smaller chub, 6 or 7 roach. So I mean, the roach haven't happened in this swim on this big sweeping bend. I thought it was going to. I'm getting a lot of bites that would suggest they were roach, but you strike into them and they're chub. So yeah, been some good fish showing as well. It's always good to know for next time you come. The couple in the swim above, which I was wanting to fish, but I was getting bites in here, so I haven't moved in there. But it's one to think of for next time, come back. Not long left of the season anyway now, so we've got to make the most of it while we can, eh? Catch any more, I'll show you them, but if not, hope you enjoyed this little tiny short video of, you know, just fishing bread on the rivers. It's really cheap and effective, you know, with COVID and everything, we don't all have a chance to get to the tackle shop, so just head down your local shop, loaf of bread, two loaves of bread, crumb a load of it up, fish it on the hook. You know, you're going to catch chub, roach. Yeah, you might miss out on perch and stuff like that, but you know, you can't really go wrong. So yeah, if you get a chance, give it a go before the end of the season. Until then guys, tight lines.